Hi folks, Craig Sirianni here, Craig Sirianni Vocal Studios. First off, I apologize for being absent for several weeks. I succumbed to the flu, and that takes a few weeks to get over, so I'm a little bit behind in my videos. But like I said before, if you're working hard as a teacher, it's hard to find the time to make constant pumping out constant YouTube videos. We have something today that's very special, and I don't think it's ever been done before. Um, a lot of teachers will put on their before and after results of their students, which are really always really fun to listen to and very interesting and an example of how good that particular technique or that teacher happens to be. Today I've got a student standing by live via Skype, um, who I'm going to play a recording of what he sounded like when he first came to me, and then I'm going to play you him actually singing live because he's live with us, standing by on Skype. I'm going to have him sing a phrase for you so you can compare what can be done with this technique. Now, student number one, can you verify that you're actually my student?
Yes, I am.
And how long have you been studying with me for?
I've been studying with you since mid-June of last year.
So, roughly about 7 months. Now, something else to note here, folks. Uh, this particular student is in the UK, as many of my students are in several different places in Europe, Asia, Australia. I've never met him in person. That being said, if you're one of those students who's worried, well, I'd love to be able to study LoMonaco, but I don't think I'll be able to get it all just by, taking Skype lessons. I want to be there in person. I mean, I understand that, but I want to play you what can be done with somebody who I've never seen in person. So let me give you a little bit of a sample. Now, student number one, can you verify that this concert I'm about to play was actually you singing?
Yeah, that was me.
All right, here it comes. And this is, folks, this is a typical kind of graduate recital. Uh, and strangely enough, I sounded pretty much the same way before I went to Tom. Let me play a little bit of this so you can get an idea of what the voice sounded like before. All right. I think that's enough of an example. Mainly what you're hearing is very good musicality, uh, but a very big lack of chest voice, which is what Tom was so good at teaching. All right, student number one, are you ready to give us a phrase?
Yes.
Here we go. You know what to do. Let's have it. The sound says it all, folks. If I walked into a room and somebody played that recording for me before and after, I would simply say that can't be the same person. You might be thinking that too. That's less than a year's work. It's actually more like a half a year's work. And again, keep in mind, we've never met in person. This is what can be done, folks, over Skype. So please keep that in mind. If you need to contact me, my number is available all over the internet. My website uh, is simply craigsirianni.com. You can take a look at that. You can find my number there, see my background. Now, for the folks who are just seeing this video and maybe not seeing the other ones, I have to repeat something that I think is very important, and that is that I'm making these videos as somebody who has been a working successful tenor for over 25 years using this technique, the technique that Tom LoMonaco taught me in New York. I need to continue to make that distinction because there are a lot of people on YouTube. Anybody can post on YouTube. You don't know what their background is, especially if you haven't asked. And before you lay down your hard-earned money, there's a lot of people out there who profess to have known Tom, to have studied with Tom, and yet they have no resume. And yet they cannot demonstrate. They can't sing a note. Now, how you're going to learn to sing for somebody who's never had a career, I mean, it's your money, so spend it wisely. This before and after pretty much says it all, folks, and I have several tenors who are almost exactly in this same situation and at the same level of progress. It can all be done via Skype. Please get a hold of me if you're interested in this technique. I would love to work with you. Thank you again for your time. Look for the next video. The next video should be a continuation of what I did last time. After jaw placement, this one will be on tongue placement. But I wanted to do this one today because student number 1 was available. He's in the UK, so I have to work on his time frame, and he was gracious enough to be here today. Student number 1, excellent job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, folks. We'll see you soon.